Welcome to another episode of Done is Better Than Perfect. I'm your host, John Grubbs. Welcome to the show. Now, before we get into our topic, I'm going to share something I found interesting in the news. Did you know Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, has started a new company called Blue Origin? Blue Origin is building the infrastructure for humans to live in space in the future. Go to blueorigin.com if you want more information. So here's the vision of blueorigin.com. Our vision is millions of people living and working in space. Blue's vision is a future where millions of people are living and working in space in order to preserve Earth, our home, for our grandchildren's grandchildren. We must go into space to tap its unlimited resources and energy. If we can lower the cost to access space with reusable launch vehicles, we can all enable this dynamic future for humanity. How cool is that? All right, so for our topic today, how to stop blaming others and move forward in your life. It is something that many people struggle with, and most people don't realize that where we are in life is caused by the decisions and actions of our past. Each decision, large and small, creates our current reality. Look, we can easily blame others by not owning our decisions. That's the easy way out. However, blaming others does not help us one tiny bit. Blame becomes the excuse and we get stuck. Freedom from blame is the most powerful reality in life. We are liberated by the choices we make for the future, not the past. The choice to change is a gift that most people overlook. It's a precious gift for each of us. As long as there's breath in our body and thoughts in our brain, you are capable of changing what comes next in your life. Your last breath is not nearly as important as the next breath you take. Let me say that again. Your last breath is not nearly as important as the next breath you take. Now, when we consider blaming others, we don't realize that it's a crippling choice that we make because it focuses on the past with no perspective for the future. Here's an example. Are you stuck in a bad job? Are you unhappy with your physical condition? Looking backwards will not solve your problem. The only way to improve is taking ownership of your current reality and moving forward. Opportunities are in your windshield, not in your rear view mirror. And look, everyone feels the guilt and shame of the past. We've all done things that we regret or that we're just not proud of. And it's easier to blame others than to own our own present reality. I want you to focus on your future. And here's a little speech that may give you some inspiration. This is a speech from Gene Kranz after the catastrophic Apollo 1 fire that killed 3 astronauts on January 27th, 1967. Gene Kranz was the NASA flight director during the tragedy, and he's better known for the Ed Harris portrayal of him in one of my favorite movies, Apollo 13. He's the guy with the vest that is in control during ground operations in the movie. So listen to these powerful words. These are his quote in a speech to his team after the tragedy. He begins with this: "Spaceflight will never tolerate carelessness, incapacity, and neglect. Somewhere, somehow, we screwed up. It could have been in design, build, or test. Whatever it was, we should have caught it. We were too gung-ho about the schedule, and we locked out all of the problems we saw each day in our work. Every element of the program was in trouble, and so were we. The simulators were not working. Mission Control was behind in virtually every area, and the flight and test procedures changed daily. Nothing we did had any shelf life. Not one of us stood up and said, 'Damn it, stop.' I don't know what Thompson's committee will find as the cause, but I know what I find. We are the cause. We were not ready. We did not do our job. We were rolling the dice, hoping that things would come together by launch day, when in our hearts we knew it would take a miracle. We were pushing the schedule and betting the Cape would slip before we did. From this day forward, flight control will be known by two words: tough and competent. Tough means we are forever accountable for what we do or what we fail to do. We will never again compromise our responsibilities. Every time we walk into mission control, we will know what we stand for. Competent means we will never take anything for granted. We will never be found short in our knowledge and in our skills. Mission control will be perfect. When you leave this meeting today, you will go back to your office, and the first thing you will do there is to write tough and competent on your blackboards. Folks, it will never be erased. Each day when you enter the room, these words will remind you of the price paid by Grissom, White, and Chaffee. These words are the price of admission to the ranks of mission control. Think about this speech. Make these powerful words echo in your heart and mind as you look ahead. Write these on your own boards. Make these words the standard by which you operate your life. Tough is owning your own. Tough is accountable without the need to be perfect. It is taking action to improve. Tough can be changing the people who surround you or changing how you approach life. Suck it up, Buttercup, and get tough. Competent means working on your next version of life. Become a passionate learner. Develop new and scary skills. Live outside your comfort zone. And get this, this is big. Accept criticism and judgment as indicators you are moving in the right direction. Look, when people criticize you, when people judge you, use that as a way of knowing that, hey, I am doing something that is outside of my comfort zone. And guess what? Other people may be uncomfortable because you are stretching the limit. You are going for something new, for something different. When you choose change, you will be criticized, folks. People will judge you for making a difference. Make the fear of the past fuel your future. Refuse to stay the same. And this is one of my favorite sayings: always be the hardest worker in the room. You cannot control your genetics. You cannot control natural gifts, but you can always control your effort. Be tough, be competent, and refuse to blame others. Now, if you enjoyed the show, subscribe and slam the little bell. Share your comments below. I love to hear from you. Always remember that done is better than perfect. I'll see you next time.